Hello, everybody. Argentina, Copa America champions. I can't believe it. I'm Roy Nemmer of Mundo Albiceleste.com. I'm joined by, I was going to say the love of
Dale,
my life right now, but this is Sebastian Garcia, the living legend himself.
dale, Roy, dale, papá.
Vamos, Seba, vamos. Oh,
We did it,
finally,
man. We did it. We
we did it.
finally, after all those years, we've been. I mean, we never. People maybe don't know this, but we never been in the together live. We don't know each other personally,
No,
but we've been friends for 15 years, maybe, and
yeah,
we've been waiting for this moment for 15 years. Maybe we were waiting for this moment for 28 years,
bit longer,
separately.
yeah.
But since we known each other, since we became friends, it's been it's been almost 15 years now. So, oh my god, the
Yeah,
feelings. I mean, I'm still all
I still can't
emotions.
believe it.
Yeah.
I still can't believe it. I'm seeing some. I mean, look, it's only fair we start off with this comment. Brasil decide que se siente tener en casa a tu papá. It's true. It's. This is true. This is massive. We have
Oh my
a
god.
lot of people. Everyone's very happy, obviously,
Yeah.
but it's.
Um. And so there's somebody asking about where's the drink. Somebody says, "Where's the drink?" We got you covered. We got you covered. This is from Mendoza. This is from the land of Enzo Perez, for example. Oh my God, yeah.
Is there someone from
I'm gonna
Mendoza
crack
on
it
the team right
open.
now?
Um, Emiliano Martinez is he from Mendoza? Well, you got
Emi?
me off balance,
Yeah.
but there are a few, yeah. But people saying don't say anything, don't discuss anything, just celebrate. Yeah, we're getting these vibes
This
from
is
messages from all over. We can start going around the world because we have people from around the world.
Yeah,
Oh,
Damien Cohen, I discovered you because of the semifinal analysis. First live with you. Welcome, Damien.
welcome,
Um,
Damian.
it's,
Nice to have you on board. Yeah.
we did it. Moses is still jumping for joy. Uh, I can't believe it. I cried. I cried. I let out a big. How could I put this? When the referee finally whistled, there was like a battle cry, almost like an ah. There was just the
Yeah.
tears.
Yeah, in the era of delays, HD delays, some people listening to the game on the radio, I got a bit spoiled because on my screen the game was still on, but I could hear the fireworks. They were
Ah,
setting fireworks, and it was only 30 seconds to go, but I knew it was over, but I didn't want to
but
trust. Yeah, maybe there was somebody jumping the gun. We've been through so many heartbreaks. We were waiting for maybe I don't know if we were waiting for a disgrace to happen, but we were well aware everything is very difficult for us. So to have that moment, to finally be able to celebrate all together, to get that massive monkey off our backs, this is amazing. And to share it with all of you, I'm reading all the comments that are
all the
coming
comments
here.
coming in.
This is fantastic. People from all over, people who have been with us in all these live videos that we did, people who have been reading Mundo Albiceleste for a long time. We're friends. We are all in this together. And so
Yeah.
to the new people joining in these last few videos, welcome. We're gonna be with you all the while. But yeah, you wanna start going around the world, see
Yes,
where everybody's watching from.
yes. Let us know where's everybody celebrating from. I'm based in Argentina. I'm based in Argentina. I'm based in Canada.
Your
I
heart,
had a bit
your
too
heart
much
is in
to drink. Yeah, in
Argentina.
my
Yeah.
heart, based in Canada. Seba's in Argentina, Buenos Aires.
Yeah.
So let's see. I mean, obviously we got every single time. England. Oof, I saw an England in there.
Yeah.
Bowler, England. There you go. Los Angeles, India, New York, New Mexico, Bangladesh. I'm just
Bangladesh.
saying
There's
this.
always Bangladesh is always it's like the capital of Mundo Albiceleste, maybe.
Yeah, Iran, chicken wizard
Iran.
from
All
Iran.
right. Yes.
Nigeria, Sweden. Uh, well,
Nepal.
see, I thought
India.
so. Mark Lubo writes, Ajada's shirt is bad luck. I thought what Seba you're wearing is Ajada. It's not.
Oh no, it's not. It's not. It's Mateo
Mateo.
Musacchio. Yeah, this was worn by him when he was playing for the youth teams, and I'm glad this is a shirt for the national team in the youth team, and it fits. So I'm glad. Maybe they did maybe they did it extra large for them, but to be wearing a shirt
Oh,
that somebody under 20 can wear, yeah, I'm I have to say I'm happy about it. But yeah, it's not Ajala, it's not Ajala. But well, there you go.
yeah, this is never ending. Philip from Seattle, Malaysia, Bangladesh, Vietnam, Irvine, Orange County, California. So there you go, from Southern California,
Hmm.
India, United Arab Emirates, Freiburg, Ottawa, Canada. It's everywhere. It's everywhere.
Fantastic,
Australia.
fantastic.
It's never
Going
ending. Never,
global,
never
going
ending.
global, going global for
Yes,
real. So,
taking over the world one match at a time.
couple of things. I read a couple of messages talking about Di Maria. Some are aimed at me, and some are aimed at you. Obviously, at me because I've been one of the biggest critics for Di Maria. But as I said just before the game, I tweeted a couple of things. I said, "Look, I've been a fierce critic of Di Maria, but I really like the guy, and I said he deserves it. He kept trying and trying and trying, and he deserves it because, it's not because he wasn't trying. Maybe he was trying too hard, and his ability wasn't there at the same level as when he plays for the clubs.
Yeah.
But I really like him. I'm really glad that he shut me up, and I'm really glad that he just got it. I got really scared when I thought he got injured because he had already scored. He could have been instrumental down the road and in the end of the game as well. But when he went down like that, I thought it was something to do with Achilles or tendon or something, a ligament or something like that. I was super glad that he didn't get injured this time because he would have cast a shadow on the entire team because
Yeah.
the history of injuries for him, especially of injuries in big tournaments, he kept um, chasing him, and I was so glad that he was the hero of the show. And like last time we won a title, even if he wasn't with the full national team, he was more under 23, the Olympic national team. He got the score. He got
Yeah.
the only goal of the game. So in a way, he went full cycle. I'm super glad that he got it because he's a really nice guy. Every player like him. Um, so I'm so happy for him in particular. Obviously, we were going to talk a little bit more, a lot more about Messi, but I wanted to start with Di Maria because some comments were aimed at me, but then there were some others because you made a promise,
Yeah.
and I know you're a man of your word. So can you remind us of your promise? You said you were going to do
Yeah.
what?
So I said this before the start of the tournament. Sorry, I'm wearing these wireless earbuds. I'm not the biggest fan of. So I said before the start of this tournament, I tweeted, if Argentina wins the Copa America, I will tattoo the name of the player who scores the winning goal for Argentina in the final. So I said that not necessarily part joking because I meant it to a certain degree. And then when the tournament started and the team was playing well, I'm like, all right, I don't mind. Because during the tournament when you're like the feelings are building up, and especially after the Colombia game, I didn't care. I was ready to get an Emiliano Martinez tattoo. I didn't care. So today I'm like, wait a minute, is this actually going to happen? And I thought about this right after the match. It was just kind of writing and everything, and then I don't know how it clicked in my head, and had some people write on Twitter. So when's the Di Maria tattoo coming? I said, oh, okay. So that's it. So I have to get an Angel Di Maria tattoo. I haven't
Fantastic.
decided yet if it's going to be the trophy with just Di Maria under or Di Maria with the minute that he scored in. I haven't decided yet. But
A picture of him doing like this,
doing this, maybe there's some people saying I'm getting a tattoo on my forehead. That's not going to happen. More likely just on the arm. But yeah, so that's so Rohan's going a little bit extreme here. He says, "Bro, you should get the full 11 lineup tattoo." I mean, Seba, this one's for you here. We need to see 10 wine bottles.
Or well, I have only one for now, but I can show you 10 times during the night.
And Abhishek writes, "Finally, the curse is broken." It is finally.
Yeah, so many disappointments along the way, and one thing that struck me, I knew it was probably one thing that was going to happen, that everybody wanted to win it for Messi. I mean, you could see, and if you take a look at the moment when the game was over, Messi went down on his knees, and everybody went to chase him and to embrace him and to celebrate with him, because it felt like everybody knew what Messi was carrying in his shoulders, and they wanted to win it for themselves, but I think especially for their captain, their leader, the player that was probably already the best player in the world when they started playing professionally. And that is, some of these players are in awe to be playing together with Messi every day, and to be able to, can you imagine somebody like Rodrigo de Paul, or somebody like, you name it, whoever was around, Leandro Paredes,
at the time,
Lautaro Martinez, all of these guys that are young, a lot younger than Messi, and playing together with Messi and doing something for him as a tribute, as a way of saying thank you. That, to me, that it really got me, and I started crying because I couldn't help it. I mean, I cried when I was hugging my eldest son Felipe. He's 11, the first time he sees Argentina win something, obviously, and he started crying together with me. And look at him. Pablo Aimar, if you haven't recognized him yet, this is this is the player that Messi admired when growing up. Imagine that. And now Aimar is part of the coaching staff, doing his magic now off the pitch. And it was a very, very emotional night. And I think Argentina played the final as it really as a final. Really, they really wanted. I think Argentina wanted it a lot more than Brazil, and the result was fair, and the winner was the only team that deserved it, in my opinion.
Yeah, they were. I mean, if we end up, I guess we should probably end up talking a little bit about the match, even if it's just a little bit, to kind of add to what you said in terms of. I would not say there was only one team in it, no, because obviously Brazil had the ball, and to a certain degree, Brazil had some opportunities. I mean, they had one goal that was disallowed and everything. And I know it's a final, and obviously I was worried and my heart was racing and I was borderline about to pass out. But to a certain degree, especially in the first half, I was very calm. The midfield, Paredes, De Paul, Lo Celso, they dominated Brazil. They were in control. They were playing those tight passes, triangular passes. And at no point, at least in the first half, did I think, this is very dangerous. There was one opportunity. I think Neymar had the free kick, and right before he had a shot that was blocked by Christian Romero. But other than that, it was good. Second half, yes, it was normal. Brazil had the pressure. They came out in the second half applying the pressure, and they had some opportunities. But Argentina played as a team. They defended as a team. They attacked as a team. The substitutions still kind of questionable, but Pasella worked. There was, and I know I'm kind of going a little bit off topic here, but there was one opportunity after Pasella came on for Romero. He just had a massive block he put a foot in and blocked it, and that was a goal. That was a goal, and he blocked it.
Absolutely.
So everyone, the substitutes and the starters, they all put in a shift.
Yeah, no, I didn't mean that we play Brazil off the park, because it wasn't the case. I know. But I meant there was one team that really deserved it more, especially on the basis of the desire, the hunger.
Mhm.
You know, the, I wrote a thread on in Spanish on Twitter earlier about how in Brazil this Copa America wasn't attracting a lot of interest. There were a lot of reasons. There are a lot of reasons, but
Of
I said
course.
the obvious reasons. One of the many reasons, and one of the obvious reasons was that when you when you when your belly is full, you don't dream about your next plate, your
Yeah.
next meal, because you have it. You're full, and your stomach doesn't make any noise. Argentina, on the other hand, 28 years without eating a single piece of bread.
Yeah.
It's a metaphor. It's a figure. Obviously, um, you could agree or not with that, but I mean, for them, since we won the last Copa America in '93, they won two World Cups, five Copa Americas,
Copas.
four Confederations Cup. I mean, they were they went to that game with a full belly, and
Yeah.
we wanted it more. That's what I saw.
There you
That's
go.
what I take from this game. Hambre de gloria, yeah, hunger for glory. I mean, it's this is something that was evident. Even since the start of the game, I was really starting to calm down a little bit when I saw Leandro Paredes going for two sliding tackles. Like, this is
Even
Argentina.
Messi.
Yeah, we're here. We're gonna play. You're gonna have to kill us to beat us
Yeah.
tonight. Paredes really went with. A couple of them were risky, but I think they were fair. It was true Copa Libertadores tackle. Like, this is us. This is us. We're here. We're not afraid of you. And then there was another. I think we were already 1-0 up now, or maybe just a couple of minutes before we scored, when Lucas Paqueta was chasing a ball near the sideline, and he was chased by two players. One was
Leo.
Acuna. No, one was Acuna. The other was Lo Celso, I think, or De Paul. One of those. It wasn't Leo, but both of
Okay.
them chased them down like, we're not going to give you an inch, we're not going to give you nothing. And then we kept the ball in play, and then the ball got to Leo, and Leo went for the sliding tackle. It's one
Okay.
of those things that lifts the the
The spirit.
the hinchada, yeah, the fans. Yeah, if he was full, if in a full stadium, those things are shouted and screamed more than a goal. So I was at ease when I saw that. I said, okay, our team came to play. They're gonna have to beat us. We're not gonna lose it. We're not gonna
Yeah.
lose it ourselves. Like I felt we did in a couple of previous finals. Maybe I felt like against Chile, I felt we lost them more than, no disrespect to Chile,
More than
because
they beat us.
yeah, more than they beating us. It was us losing it.
Yeah.
But I don't wanna talk about the
We get
heartbreaks.
that. We get that. We need to
Yeah, we need
celebrate.
to. Yeah, we need to. And maybe we can do today. We can do a one by one. We haven't done this. We said, okay, who was the
Yeah.
start of the game? Who? Maybe we can go one by one, and I'll tell you, we're not gonna find anybody who we can criticize tonight.
At
That
all.
was a
At
that
all.
was a
And
without spoilers, but I'm asking the audience who they
yes.
think were the best players. What do you guys think? We can start enjoying some of these pictures. Look at that.
So let's start with Emiliano Martinez, the goalkeeper, right? If we're gonna start doing
Hey,
the one by one player analysis, let's go
yeah.
with let's start from the back, right? Let's go with Emi
First
Martinez.
thing first. I have to criticize the security at the Maracanã. They let a psychopath jump. They let a psychopath hug Messi. I think it was a risk for his life. Oh no, that was our keeper. Okay, yeah, he's a
That
psycho.
was that was that was Martinez. That was
Yeah,
Martinez.
I know, I
Yeah.
know. I was joking with you, but he's a
No, I
psycho.
know, I know.
He's a psycho. He's a psycho.
Yeah.
Oh, Emmy, and from the get go, from really early on, even when with his feet, he was finding teammates, well placed passes, like giving us support from the back. and he had a couple of interventions, and he did great. That save from Richarlison's shot
Ooh,
in the second half, when we were like, he just got a goal disallowed, and then a couple of minutes later, that shot to the first post. Those shots are not easy. The ball was doing like this. The
yeah.
ball was like a knuckleball. It was like that, and he was immense. And then he had another save from Gabriel Barbosa, Gabigol,
Mhm.
late on, and that was tricky because Pesela was there to head it, or Guido Rodriguez. One of them was there to try and deflect it. So it could have been easy to miss, but I think Emi was immense.
Yeah. No, he was calm. Like you said, that big save on Richarlison in the second half, right when they were really applying the pressure, and you could tell like if that goal goes in, we're talking about a different result, most likely. And he
Yeah,
was confident. He never panicked, and that's something I liked because even when Brazil were pressuring, yes, he made the saves, but at no point did he look. He never lacked confidence, and he
absolutely.
transmitted that to the defenders, to the players. And look, we spoke about him after the Colombia match, so we're not going to go. We're not going to talk about that. But tonight it was good. He did the saves that he had to do, and there was two very good saves. Like you said, the Gabigol and
Yeah,
Richarlison. And if one of those goes in, we're not talking about Argentina, being Copa America champions right now.
absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. The other man, so Elias Mata writes, "Man of Steel."
Yeah,
The other man, let's go with him. Do you recognize this, Seba?
of course. That's Messi against Colombia. No, I'm joking. That's even better than Messi. I mean, Montiel today. That was an early tackle. Fred got a yellow card for that tackle,
Yeah.
and I thought it was the shin pad, because it was just a tiny spot. It was a red spot, and I thought the sock was broken, and we could see the shin pad, but it wasn't. It was just blood, and it kept pouring and pouring, and our players feed on that. I mean, Brazil players should know, if you hurt our players, they're gonna they're gonna
They're
stay
gonna,
there. They're gonna stay on their
yeah,
feet. They're gonna. And Montiel was amazing tonight. He was, oh my god, he was so solid. I can I
he,
can I can think of anything. He didn't put a foot wrong
at all.
the whole night.
And the thing about Montiel is he did not. I mean, at one point he kind of lost his right back position. He lost his spot to Molina,
Yeah,
and to be thrown in like that when kind of your confidence is maybe a little bit low because he didn't play for a couple of matches. He came on as a substitute versus Colombia, where we spoke about this, and I think everyone in the chat agreed. Neither Montiel nor Molina played well versus Colombia.
hmm
Montiel got outpaced on the goal with Pesela versus Colombia, and then you're throwing him to the wolves tonight. I mean,
yeah,
Brazil, Maracanã, the final, and he shut them up. He was
yeah,
so good.
yeah. One of the reasons I think Montiel was picked ahead of Molina is Montiel has been playing for River Plate,
Mhm.
maybe for 4 years now, and he's been playing difficult games in Brazil. Copa Libertadores games are sometimes there are even more difficult than a Copa America game. Well, maybe I'm exaggerating because if you play Brazil, yeah, but I'm telling you, in terms of the battle atmosphere that you live there, and then you have to remember the Boca River finals, all these games
Mhm.
against Boca, not just playing against Brazilian opposition. And when you have a player that is so used to playing in absolute battles, maybe you go with him because uh, he can offer you a guarantee that he's not gonna tremble, he's not gonna shake. And then as the game progressed, he started getting more physical. He's not a very big guy, but he put a couple of tackles there. He got a yellow card. He was like, okay, you're not going past, you're not going through me. Yeah, you're not going through me. I think he understood the tone and what the team needed. down the road, down the stretch, and I was really, really happy with his performance. He was great.
Yeah. No, he was really, really good. I mean, Guru Sevilla, right? I hope Montella plays for Sevilla. Sevilla does really need a right back. But we're gonna get to someone that plays for Sevilla in Marcos
Yeah,
Acuna in just a little bit.
yeah.
But before we get to Acuna, what about this guy, Seba?
Oh my God, a true warrior. Cristian Romero, he played injured. I mean, he's not
Right.
100% recovered, so he was. Um, today he was like he. I'm lost for words. You know, I don't know what to say because to put in a performance like that, being injured, um, making no mistakes, shutting down the shop for Brazil. They had no, they didn't want any business with him.
Yeah.
He had to be replaced down the stretch. I think it was. I'm sure it was a difficult call for Scaloni. I'm sure, it was a difficult
It
decision, but I think it
it
was the
could have
right one.
backfired. Yeah, it
Yes,
was the right one.
yeah, but maybe he needed maybe he needed to be replaced, but not because he was doing anything wrong. He was he his timing, his sense of timing. He was covering down the flanks. He was anticipating Neymar. He was huge. To me,
Yeah,
I think he was this is a central defender we've been needing
we've
and we
been
were
missing.
waiting for. Yeah, we were missing. Yeah, and then
Yeah,
there was a moment in the second half. He cut a Brazil attack and he went for the counter attack. And then Di Maria, he found Di Maria on the right and went for it. He was like
yeah,
an arrow heading in Ederson's direction. Then the play went elsewhere, but he was there and he did everything that's needed from a center back and more. So yeah,
yeah.
great.
It was. I had. I'm not going to say I had any fears regarding Romero, but there was a part in the. No, and I didn't. To be honest, I didn't. But just because you're not sure how injured he is or how fit he is, but there was a part in the first half where I want to say it was either Neymar or Richarlison, where he kind of outpaced him and blocked him and had the
Yeah,
tackle. And I'm like, oh, so Romero's here to play. Romero is fit and he's good to go. And after that, it was just okay. My nerves just really calmed down because okay, we're good. We're very, very good with Romero right now.
uh,
And I mean, even Chaco Taco's right. Cuti's rise is something special. I don't think anybody from Argentina would have predicted this. No, honestly, I mean, before the start of the Copa America, no one would have predicted that Romero would probably be Argentina's best defender and the one we need the most.
absolutely. And it was a shame we didn't get to see him in every game. He was injured, but nevertheless, this was a great Copa America. This was like a um, some introduction for him. He's only been playing for Argentina for what, 5 games, and he already has a trophy. I
Yeah,
mean, this is something to put in your resume. Best defender in Serie A this season. He's
yeah,
going to play. Well, we don't know. The end of the summer is still near. He could change clubs before the season starts. We'll see. We'll see. But
yeah.
fantastic appearance for the national team.
Very, yeah, very good. And everyone in the chat, agrees. It's all about Romero.
Yeah.
The next one, I specifically like this picture, and I think everyone in the chat's gonna like this picture. But Nicolas Otamendi,
I tell you what. For me, he was one of the best 3 players for today for Argentina
yes,
because he really understood what was at stake and what the team needed from him, and he was super solid. He was even enjoying some of the shenanigans later on with Neymar. He could have been on another day. Maybe the referee could have shown him a red card. I think he was lucky because there wasn't a lot of contact, and Neymar was already flying. But then he was going like, anda para allá, go over there,
go over
just
there, go over there.
yeah, go over there, don't break my balls, something like that. It was a captain's performance without the armband, but he was a captain's performance, and he was putting his leg, his body, his head, everything, and to me he was amazing tonight. And for some, for a lot of people who doubted him, and for
Yeah.
you know, uh, sometimes I'm a little bit scared that he may, misjudge what he needs to do in a certain play, or could risk a little bit. Today he was, no nonsense, imperial performance, and deserving of a, in my opinion, one of the best three players in on the pitch today.
No, I agree. I've before the start of the tournament and even during the tournament, we always kind of spoke about, well, Otamendi has that one. Sometimes he's prone to make those, that one mistake per match and this and that. And if you guys go back in the videos, and I'm not saying this because I said it, but if you guys go back in the videos, I was one that really defended Otamendi because, and you too, Seba, obviously, and a couple people in the chat, but a lot of people will always say, no, Otamendi's starting, and it should be, Lisandro Martin. We saw exactly why tonight, why Otamendi started.
Absolutely.
The aerial duels, the physicality, the leadership, everything. I love Romero. I love Romero, but tonight everything came from Otamendi.
Yeah.
Everything.
No, and it has to be mentioned. In my opinion, Romero makes Otamendi better, and I think we could say it's vice versa. Yeah, it's a good partnership. And we've been talking ahead before the Copa America. We were talking, okay, maybe the area of the field where we are missing, a couple of players like our world class level. They play world class this Copa America, especially tonight, which is even better because it was a final and it was Brazil and it was the Maracanã and it was the 28 years and all the pressure, but they were huge. They were two titans tonight. Yeah.
No, they were. I loved them. I absolutely loved Otamendi tonight. Never at any point was I ever worried because, at one point, yes, they did cross the ball and everything, but he kept winning the balls in the air. He kept doing everything. So it was very, very assuring. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Very assuring. And the next guy, Seba, I know you like him. I like him. And I think you're going to love this picture that I have for you.
Sure. Oh, the Eggman. Acuna. His nickname is the Egg. El Huevo, the Egg. Tonight, I think the best thing he did was to get inside Richarlison's head. He made Richarlison nervous. I don't think he had a perfect performance, but he was solid as he always is. He gave the team a bit of a breather down the stretch, winning back possession or suffering a foul or something to give the team more time to breathe. He was beat out of position a couple of times. He was beat a couple of times, but it was Brazil ahead in front of us. You're not gonna keep them quiet for 90 minutes. But luckily for us, it wasn't anything that we could regret. None of those actions ended in a goal or a heartbreak for us. But yeah, he gives. As Metal is saying, Acuna is a bull, and he's a freaking bull, physically strong. He gives you that physical presence that you need, and also the versatility that allows Scaloni to play around with the substitutions, because he then sent Tagliafico to play left back, but he didn't replace Acuna. He took off Lo Celso was on a yellow card. Maybe he was tired. And he went with Acuna to play in the midfield, and to try and cancel the left-hand side of our defense together with Tagliafico. He did that a couple of times. I think it works. So yeah, everybody tonight. I'm telling you, no player from Argentina will get a bad note from me, but not because I'm not playing it easy, saying, "Oh, it's a final, we won it, everybody played great." No, but I can't find anybody who you could say, okay, you didn't have a great game. I think everyone was important tonight.
Yeah, no, Acuna was, and you saw it very early on in the first couple of minutes in the match in the first half. Everything was through Acuña's side. Argentina was attacking through Acuña's side, and Brazil was attacking through Acuña's side. So I don't know if Brazil saw Acuña as the weakness or whatnot, but he was not a weakness. There was no weakness in that back line, and I thought, every time they attacked down his side, I felt confident, maybe because De Paul was there as well at one point, or a lot of times, but never at any point did I go, oh no, they're attacking through Acuña's side at all. I was like, oh, you want to attack through Acuña's side? Oh, bring it on. Let's do this. And no, it was good to see him perform well. And we're going to talk about the substitutes as well. I saw a couple people, mention the substitutes, and we're going to talk about them, Tagliafico and everyone. But
yeah, maybe the only time they attacked through Acuña's side was the one action that ended with Dibu Martinez stopping Richarlison's shot, because I got scared and concerned because I saw Richarlison was wide open, and I think it was more a virtue by Neymar finding Richarlison there in a difficult situation, because the whole defense has shifted towards the right, because obviously it's Neymar, and you have to respect the guy. He can, he can dribble around 3-4 players. So our two center backs were close to each other and in front of Neymar. So Acuña had to close that gap a little bit, and obviously risk having Richarlison wide open on their right. And Neymar did very well to find him. I don't know how he saw that pass and found him, but luckily we have a world-class keeper now. So yeah, that was the only move. That was the only moment in which I got a bit scared. But as I said, it wasn't entirely Acuña's fault. It wasn't him that missed his mark. Or
that was more of the individual brilliance of Neymar than Acuña. And I'll take a couple of seconds here. Neymar was their best player. I thought he did very well driving through midfield and the dribbles and everything. But he was too much for us. We were too much for him tonight. So Acuña shut him down. Otamendi, Pasella at one point, everyone. So very, very good. Next up, and I actually like this picture. Leandro Paredes.
Nice. I think the important thing that he did tonight, he set the tone. He set the tone. He said, okay, as I said earlier, we're here to play. We're here to beat you. You're gonna have to kill us to get through us. And so he was great. And sometimes a player in his role goes unnoticed, and when they go unnoticed, it's not necessarily a bad thing for them. It means, they're
quietly having a good game.
They're quietly having a good game. Yeah, thank you for putting it better than I could. Then he got substituted. I think it was more of a tactical decision more than performance.
He was on yellow.
He was on a yellow, and then I think Scaloni wanted more support for the defense, and that's why he introduced Guido. But Paredes was great today. More on an emotional level, psychological impact, than, because it was very difficult to play in that part of the pitch. But yeah, he was a winner. He had a winner's display. Yeah.
Yeah, no, there was, like you said, he set the tone, and there was a very early tackle, even before the goal, deep from midfield. He just came in, and it was a sliding tackle, and okay, I mean, Guido's not there, but Paredes is doing well, and it was a tactical substitution, like you mentioned, when he took him off for Guido, because obviously Brazil started applying a bit more pressure. Paredes was already on a yellow, so he probably tried to balance that out a little bit. But no, Paredes did very well. I love our midfield trio: De Paul, Paredes, and Lo Celso. Sometimes if we have to rotate and put Guido in there, Guido Rodriguez, that's fine with me. But those three tonight were on another level, and they played their heart out. They really, really played their heart out. And I have a picture here for the next guy.
The next one?
The next one, I have a picture here. And for me, this was...
You're a great host and a fantastic producer as well.
Yeah,
And
thank you.
that's
De Paul, for me, this was. I think he tried. I think he took that penalty miss personally, and he was out on a mission tonight because he was out of his mind for that 90 minutes.
I've been reading the comments. I have to agree. He was. I mean, I'm gonna say this. It's not very often that you could say something like that. Taking Maradona, Messi aside,
Yes.
he put a performance tonight that has a very, very good argument saying, okay, this is the best performance by an Argentina player, not named Messi and
Messi or
Maradona, in an
Maradona.
important game. Maybe up there with this, one of the best nights from Caniggia, Batistuta, obviously.
I mean, even Di Maria tonight. To be fair.
Yeah, but I think, sorry, no, but in my opinion, I
Yeah.
think the Paul for, I mean, the complete performance, what he did tonight, because he put Di Maria one on one with the keeper, he put Messi one on one with the keeper, himself one on one with the keeper. Ederson did a great job coming out and
Yeah.
blocking his attempt, but defensively, tactically, he was everywhere. He was like
Yeah.
a fireman.
He was my man of the match. I mean, Di Maria with the goal,
Absolutely.
but he was my man
Yeah.
of the match.
That pass alone wins you a Copa America. That's you could put it that way.
Yeah.
And then his intelligence was so obvious for everybody to see. The number of times he won the ball back for Argentina, and the number of times he played the perfect pass,
Mm-hmm.
that the pass that the play asked from him, and sometimes the pass that nobody else saw. Like for example, in the second half, Messi did very well to find him in the counter attack, and then out of nowhere, that's a pass you see from
From
Pirlo,
Messi.
Zico, Zidane, Messi, but he had it in him, and I was so glad to see him play. I've known him since he's a little kid. I saw him play his first professional game for Racing Club, and I know how hard he works, and it's it's incredible to see a player develop like that when you've known him since the very,
Since he was
very
a
early
kid.
days. Yeah, and to see the player he is right now, and no wonder why Cholo Simeone is taking him to Madrid. But to me, let's discuss. Let's throw. I want you guys to throw other performances by players not named Maradona or Messi that
Yes.
were up to that level. I challenge you. You won't find 3 or 4 better than
No.
the Paul tonight.
Uh,
That
uh,
was
especially in such a big game. I mean, there's nothing bigger than a final, right? Okay, yes, you have World Cup, but this is Copa America. It's right up there, or maybe just a tier below. But absolutely, I mean, if you go back to the World Cups, obviously Canija in 1990 versus Brazil, as you mentioned. Messi's had a couple maybe at the World Cup, and Maradona. But outside of those 2 or 3, I mean, I want to say maybe Mascherano versus the Netherlands in
yeah,
2014.
could be. That's a good shout. Yeah,
I want to say that one, but other than him, other than Masche, no one comes to mind. No
yeah.
one comes to mind.
I'm telling you, I know it's a very, very bold statement, but I'm
Yeah,
sticking to my guns. I'm sticking to my guns. The more we remember this game in the future, the more um, uh, Rodrigo de Paul's game will come to our minds, to the
oh yeah,
collective recollection.
yeah.
Riquelme versus Brazil 3-1 in the World Cup qualifiers. Absolutely,
That
that's
was
a
another
very,
one.
very good shout. Yeah, Riquelme
Yeah.
versus Brazil or Serbia. Well, Riquelme is such a great
A
player.
couple of people saying Verón in 1998 was spectacular. It was, and it's just this was a final. This is my whole thing, that this was a final, and we've seen it, guys. We've seen it. Seba, you've seen it. Everyone here has seen it. 2007. I'm not putting the blame on anyone. Period. But no one had that performance. The Camry was solid in 2007, but I'm talking specifically in the final. We were missing that luck. We were missing that something. No one had it. 2014 in the final, maybe Lavezzi, maybe, but he did it for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
De Paul did it for the full 90.
Yeah, and not at this level. And I'm sorry, but that message from Soda, is gonna make me emotional, because it's, you look at it and it's 2006. That's 15 years. I mean, 15 years
Yeah.
in the making since we started with Mundo Albiceleste, and this is the first time we went all the way. And
Yeah.
it's a lot sweeter when we share it together. That's it could be like an understatement, an understatement, but it's true. It is.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
We enjoy. We really enjoy
Five.
doing this together. You know.
No, it's honest. When I saw that message right away, I said, okay, I have to bring that up.
Yeah.
I know everyone's gonna enjoy it. Five Da writes, Haitian happy too. So there's in French for Haiti, I don't know if it's part of their flag. It's l'union fait la force, which translates into I guess unity makes the strength. Like it creates the strength.
La unión hace la fuerza. In
There
Spanish.
you go.
Yeah.
L'union fait la force. So
Yeah, difficult.
That's what we saw today in Argentina with Argentina.
Yeah, difficult times in Haiti. I'm glad that
Yeah.
you get to enjoy at least on a sport level with this Argentina triumph. But I hope things get better in Haiti soon. All the best. Love from us to you.
Yes, Simon, I couldn't stop celebrating. I think we're still kind of we're still celebrating. Ziggy writes, maybe your show is what was missing all these years.
Yeah, we call it Kabbalah in Spanish. In Spanish, we call it Kabbalah, which means like a good luck omen, talisman.
Yeah.
We could, I have no problems you calling us Kabbalah. Kabbalah Oficial.
As long as it's not Mufa. Then
no,
we're good.
not Mufa. We are the opposite of Mufa, yeah?
Yeah.
You know what I did? Sorry,
Yes.
it's funny, but I once interviewed Neymar as part of
I saw your Twitter. Yes.
Yeah, as part of my journalist work, I got really lucky to be able to interview Neymar in Santos in Brazil. I went there. I did an interview for ESPN, the magazine, in English. The end result was not that good because they only put like a little box in the foot of the page. I felt like it was like cover story. It could have been a 4-pager or whatever. And I ended up talking to Neymar for 10 minutes, one-on-one. And a photographer took a picture of that moment. I wasn't aware. And then he said, I have a couple of pictures of you with Neymar. Oh, you want me to send it to you? Obviously. And that's been my Twitter cover for ages. At Seba H. Garcia. That's my handle on Twitter. And earlier tonight, before the game, I said, what should I do? Should I change? Should I change the
yes,
cover?
I voted.
You voted? I gave two options.
Yes,
pelotudo or yes, boludo. 2 options. So I changed it and I put Diego Maradona there. I said, okay, we have to give it our all. And so that was another Kabbalah tonight. I was very happy that it worked. Obviously, we didn't win because of that, but every little thing helps. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Literally every little single thing definitely helps. So Tulio writes, look at Messi's new Instagram post. We'll take a look at that in a second.
Yeah.
But before we do, Seba, the next one on the list. I'm sorry, it's not the best picture, but Lo Celso.
Well, he got another yellow.
From the match.
It's all right, because he got another yellow tonight. Look, I think Giovanni started the game. Maybe I don't know if it was nerves or if it was down to Brazil putting a lot of pressure on him. I felt he was a little bit shaky in possession early on, but then as the game grew, as the game progressed, he grew in confidence as well. But it was a difficult game to be part of a midfield for any team. But I think he suffered a little bit, but then he found his place, and he started influencing the game a lot more. We lacked a little bit of the killing pass that he likes to make. Uh, he wasn't there today, but he put a lot of effort. And then when he got a yellow, maybe I think Scaloni said, "Okay, this is enough," because maybe you risk losing a player going down to 10 men, or maybe he needed a rest because he hasn't been playing 90 minutes a game lately. So maybe it's has to do with his fitness level or something like that. But yeah, um, together with another player, I'm not gonna name yet. He was one of the points, you know, that didn't shine that much, but
Mhm.
it's not to say he had a bad game. He was
Yeah.
he was okay. He was okay.
No, he did. I thought he did well. I thought he had a quiet game, but a good kind of quiet game. I thought a lot of the times he knew he knew when to dribble, when to pass, and where to dribble. Because often you see it from players where they just they get the ball, they put their head down, and just dribble forward. But Lo Celso, a couple of times you see him get the ball and he's looking and okay, I'm going to take it out wide and I'm going to play it to Acuna, or I'm going to take it out wide and I'm going to do this. So I thought he did. I thought he did well. It was not his best match, but I don't think he did bad by any means. Absolutely not.
Absolutely.
Absolutely not. So
Yeah,
I have the.
he
Sorry,
wasn't
go ahead.
afraid
Sorry.
to he wasn't afraid to put a couple of tackles in, which was
No.
needed. So yeah. I as I said, every player in our team approved tonight.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. All right. So the picture I was talking about, or the picture that was mentioned. Sorry, I'm just going to bring it up here regarding Messi. It's this one with the Copa. I can't. Every time I try clicking on it, I have to log in. But that's the picture there, and
He
what a
posted it.
picture.
Yeah,
Yeah, he posted it. It's on his Instagram. Yes, and oh my God.
I could look at that picture all day.
Yeah,
I think we all felt really really emotional for him.
yeah,
The cameras were going after him, obviously, like every day. And today, another bold statement. Maybe tonight was one of the more quiet games that Messi
yeah,
had for the national team.
yeah,
Uh, but in a way, I think it's poetic because this time I think the team carried him in in their shoulders. I think tonight the team wanted for Messi together with him, obviously, but
yeah,
there were a lot of criticism saying Argentina it's too dependent on Messi. Argentina can win without Messi. Argentina can do anything without Messi. It's just an average team or anything like that. Tonight, I think there's a lot of comparisons with him and not only Diego Maradona, but with him and Cristiano Ronaldo. But like for
right.
example, in the big finals that these players have won, and now Messi has now a final with the national team that he won. We can put him in that club.
Yeah,
But but remember '86, Diego didn't score any goals in the final. Obviously, he had a fantastic performance. He had the assist for the winning goal for Burruchaga. He didn't score. He wasn't like the key player. Maybe I'm going overboard, but
no, 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 no. Go for it. Where
it's
we have time.
the yeah, but it's the point I'm trying to send across is that same as when Ronaldo won the Euro with Portugal, he got injured, and there was this anonymous player winning the title for with a
Yeah,
goal for Portugal. It was the team winning it for him. After all the wins that those teams got because of Ronaldo, Maradona, Messi. So tonight, I think it was redemption for every supporting actor, for everyone that tried to cover for Messi, tried to help him, or benefited from playing next to Messi.
yeah.
Because tonight there was an that miss near the end. It was like
That one killed me.
it killed me and also scared me because there was a counterattack from Brazil, and you think about all those many games in the past where the team is so close to scoring the second goal and killing the game, and then only to concede the equalizer in a counterattack. And with the history we're having, with the history Messi is having with the national team, we were all thinking, okay, there's an accident going to happen right now.
Yeah.
Luckily, it didn't, but that was a really rare miss by Messi. I think he slipped. I think because he's so good, he knows that there's always time for him in the penalty area, and he tried to, do a little move, a feint, and try to have Ederson collapse to finish with an empty net, but he couldn't control it. He couldn't keep possession,
The pitch
and that was
didn't
it.
help either, I don't think.
The pitch didn't help. You could see
No.
some mud, some grass flying.
Yeah.
Obviously, we all expected him to score from there.
Of course.
We would be lying. We would be lying if we said otherwise. But
Someone asked to read the caption. I'm going to read it. It's in Spanish, but he writes, "Qué hermosa locura. Esto es increíble. Gracias Dios. Somos campeones. La concha de su madre. Vamos carajo." So loose translation here. How crazy nice is this? How good is this? It's incredible. Thanks God, we're champions. I'm not going to translate la concha de su madre. And vamos carajo. Let's go, damn it, let's go beep. But yeah, that's and I have it here. So I mean, I guess we were going to talk about Messi. He was going to be my next the next person to talk about. Oops, sorry. Let me. I was going to get the picture on here, so give me one moment. We are live, so sometimes these things do happen.
Yeah, of course.
There you go. This was.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
oh my God.
That's. Look at this, and this is the picture that was just posted on his Instagram. If I could get it here. Yes, I have it here. Sorry, just kind of scrolling through. This is the picture in all of its glory.
Beautiful.
It's,
Beautiful.
Like you, honestly, I thought after his miss, I thought, oh shit, this is something that's not good.
Yeah.
I really thought they were going to blow it. It wasn't the case, and I don't know what the feed was for you, Seba. I don't know what the feed was for everybody here. Let me know. But for me here, the referee blew the whistle, and it just cut right away to Messi. Right away, he was the first person we saw.
Yeah.
And I saw that, and I remember I like buried my face, just started screaming. And by the time I got up, it was my like tears were just running down my face.
Yeah.
It's
we have two more of the starting 11 to go to finish the 1-by-1, and then we can probably talk about the celebrations. I want to hear what everybody did to celebrate, because here it was almost midnight. It was early morning in some places. I know Argentina have a lot of fans in Asia. I already saw some caravans. We're gonna show you some of the celebrations in Asia, but I wanna hear from you guys what you did, who you watched the game with, what were your feelings when the referee blew the whistle. So we have two more to go for.
We have two more. Let me get this one up here. We're gonna start things off. I could get a good picture.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to just do this anyway. I'm trying to get a picture of tonight. Anyways, so it's a picture of not the best picture. Jesus.
I have a picture
of
Lautaro.
Yeah, let's try and get. You know what? Okay, let's go with this. This is fine. It's not from tonight, unfortunately, but because I tried to get one from tonight, but this is the one. So. Here we go. Lautaro. There you go. Lautaro Martinez. What did you think, Seba? And everybody else, obviously, what did you guys think of Lautaro?
I think he battled really hard. I think he sacrificed a lot. I'm sending you a picture right now. This
Yeah,
is live.
let's do that.
I'm sending it to you via Twitter
Twitter.
DM.
All right, let's do this.
But Lautaro tonight, um, he's a number nine. He loves to score goals, and that's the thing that he does the best. That's best. But I don't
Yeah,
think he had any goal scoring opportunities tonight. Um, but he knew he was going a game like that. No entiendo un carajo, pero aguanta Argentina y Bangladesh. I don't understand the thing, but let's go Argentina and Bangladesh. Gracias,
and
Carlos,
Bangladesh. Yeah,
gracias por sumarte. Es en inglés, pero el corazón, bueno, siempre estamos con Argentina y bueno, lo hacemos en inglés para que lo entienda la mayoría. So sorry, I wanted to say a few words in Spanish to our followers. But yeah, I agree with Paro Miguel Escoberto. He really battled hard for the team. At one point, Lautaro was winning back possession really near our box.
yeah,
He was drawing fouls. He was going for the headers, and I think he was sharp with the ball at his feet. He played a couple of very interesting passes to keep possession. To give, I love you, Argentina. He says there.
yeah.
Uh, that that is a picture that
Wow.
is really. I feel really emotional when I see these players, but especially those who started playing for my team in Argentina, Racing Club, like Lautaro, Acuna. Acuna didn't start playing for Racing, but became well known playing for Racing. The Pauls started playing for Racing together with Lautaro. When I see these guys, it's obvious that I'm very attached to them, and to see them become such great players, and
Yeah.
having won a title with Argentina, that was amazing. That was amazing.
It's something, and if you consider the tournament that he's had, we go back to our earlier videos where he didn't really score. He was playing well, but he wasn't scoring, and we said, well, we don't really have much of a choice because Aguero's not match fit, so we got to kind of stick with Lautaro. And everything changed for the Bolivia match. He was rested, and I think that's what he needed. He was rested, came on as a substitute, scored. Then he scored versus Ecuador, got the goal versus Colombia, scored a great penalty versus Ospina in the shootouts. And tonight, very unselfish. He ran, as I say, he ran his socks off. He never really got a goal scoring opportunity tonight, but that wasn't as odd as this might seem. This was not his role, even though he is a number 9. This was not his role to get those opportunities tonight. A lot of the chances actually kind of fell to Messi or Di Maria at one point, obviously with the goal. And Simeone writes, Lautaro, even though he didn't score, he occupied spaces where Brazil could have had a successful pass. So he did drop back often and very, very often. And at one point, you would even see Messi kind of pointing and telling, okay, go there, and you'd see Lautaro making the movements. So he put in a shift. He ran as much as anybody else did on that pitch tonight.
Absolutely.
And there was a comment, maybe we forgot to mention it. So Lionel Scaloni actually mentioned that Messi played the Colombia match and the Brazil match with a hamstring injury. So maybe that explains a little bit.
It's good that they say it now as winners, because if you say that after you lose, it could sound like you're sore losers, and it's a good thing that they didn't mention that was the case, and they didn't mention that was happening, because we call it to open the umbrella before it rains. In Argentina, it's a famous it's a famous saying. We didn't hear about this, but I have a friend, Julian, very good friend. He said that he was watching Argentina warm up for the Colombia game, and he said he was worried because he noticed that Messi was touching that part, feeling like if he was in pain. But if you see the game he played against Colombia, he said, okay, no, there's nothing wrong. He was just maybe something. And knowing that he played injured, that makes it even sweeter for me. It's crazy. I mean,
It's like you said, it's better that we won, obviously, for a billion different reasons, but it's good that this came out after the match, after the win, because or else they would have just said, "Oh well, they're just making up excuses and this and that."
Yeah,
Demian writes hamstring. What is that? It's the part of the
yeah.
leg
El
behind the
aductor,
thigh, kind of.
el
Yeah,
aductor. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
uh,
Es
there you go.
el
Yes,
aductor. Ujú.
yes,
El
another
aductor. Yeah, yeah. El aductor, el aductor.
so there was him.
We could use this as English lessons for Argentina fans who would like to improve the language.
The lingo, yeah, but hopefully not for these kinds of terms, not injury terms.
No, of course, of course.
Hopefully not the injury terms. And finally, I mean, I'm trying to get the picture for the last one, but I guess this is as good as any. Di
Yeah.
Maria, Angelito.
I've been saying for ages, I hope this guy shuts me up because, for for a number of years, I've been, as I said earlier in this video, I've been really critical of him. Obviously, without lacking respect, without attacking him, without, it was just for what I saw, for what I knew he could give the team but wasn't given, for many reasons. But this Copa America, he's been shutting me up constantly, and for a while I thought, okay, maybe one of the best things Scaloni is doing is finding the best role for Di Maria, because
Yeah.
when he was introduced in this Copa, he really, really made a difference. And I thought it was because other um, um, the opposition was tired, the defenders were tired, and there were more spaces. And tonight, ahead of the game, I didn't agree with Scaloni with him starting Di
Oh.
Maria, but I didn't agree, but not not 100%, because
Mhm.
um, you never know what's going to happen. If you wait
Of course,
to put Di Maria in the second half, you may be losing 2-3-0, and it's
it's too
pointless.
late.
And obviously, the manager is there with the players all the time, and they see what they do in training, and they see how they are, how they feel. And I think it was well deserved that he got this new opportunity, because there were a couple of tournaments in which he didn't have the chance to play in the finals because he got injured
Yeah.
during the tournament. Um, and what I didn't like for tonight ahead of the game was to make so many changes, but at the same time I was saying, okay, we're making a lot of changes, but at the same time we're facing a rival like none other we faced so far. So
Yeah.
maybe Colombia demands something out of you, and Brazil will demand something a lot different. So I was really, really glad that he got this opportunity, this redemption. It feels like redemption for him, but more than redemption is, a reward for never giving up.
Mhm.
I have lots of respect for him. Even if I criticize him in the past, I have no issues and no problem saying it. I've always said I didn't want Di Maria in the national team, but at the same time said I really like the guy. I have no issues with him,
Yeah.
no problems. He seems like a very good guy, and I was really glad. I was really glad that he put that chance away. And not only like like C was mentioning, last time we won a tournament, it was a Di Maria goal, but it was also a chip over the keeper. And that, I don't know if that has any hidden meaning or
He's
what,
he's
but he
good at
did that.
those.
Yeah, he's really good at those, and he had this perfect opportunity. We can talk a couple more hours about the ball pass alone. That was something else. That
Yeah.
was really, really a very, very good pass. Um, but yeah, I was really happy because Di Maria seems like a genuinely good guy who is an example, because he kept going, kept trying, even though there were a lot of people like me criticizing him. Really, really happy for him. I'm gonna crack this open for you, Angel, tomorrow. You deserve it. Uh,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna eat some humble pie with that. I have no
There you go.
problems.
It's
Yeah,
it's sometimes look. Sometimes it's the best kind of pie to eat, especially in this kind of circumstance. And
absolutely.
credit to and this is something that He Chan writes. He writes, Di Maria's goal was very well taken. Ederson is huge. He is a big goalkeeper. Lodi was tracking back. Had to make the perfect chip, as we know from history. Not easy in big matches. He could have missed those, and I'm not going to compare them. But if we look at the chances, for example, that we had in 2014, 2015, 2016, this was arguably the most difficult chance of those finals. And
Especially because he needed a perfect control because the
he
pass was
did.
coming in. The pass was perfect. I think it was a perfect pass, but it was
Mhm.
coming in one particular direction. But then Lodi touched it and
Yeah,
changed the trajectory a little bit. So
he still got it.
you needed the perfect control in order to then have a relatively easy finish for him. You have to be talented
Mhm.
to try something like that. Other players will probably scare will be
Yeah,
probably will be
they probably would
scared
have
to try
controlled it and
something like
shot
that.
it right away or
Yeah,
something, or try
yeah.
dribbling in.
He knew he had the best chance. Loving the keeper, chipping the keeper, and yeah, for a while we were like, okay, is it gonna count? Are they going to VAR? And also, it went agonizingly slow.
Yeah,
It didn't touch the net until
until the
14 minutes.
literally
Yeah,
went to the back. Yeah.
15 minutes later, it touched the net. It was so we didn't know if it was out of not or not.
No,
But then the release of energy at that point, it was I lost my voice in that moment, and I'm not gonna recover it for a while.
no, 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 no. It's okay. I'm just gonna go through what he said after the match. He wrote, we dreamed so much, we fought so much to achieve this. It's unforgettable. Messi told me thanks to me, and I told him thanks to him. He told me it would be my final, that it would be the revenge for the finals I could not play. It had to be today, and it was. So he played with that chip on his shoulder, knowing he missed 2014, 2015, 2016. He played, but he got injured in both finals. Wasn't able to finish the matches. So he knew this was it, and in all likelihood, this is. I mean, knock on wood. Hopefully not, but who knows what might happen next year if Argentina makes a final or not. So this potentially is Di Maria's last final with Argentina, and he knew he had to deliver. And oof, boy, did he ever!
I think, yeah, and I think we need a bit more time to process it, and we're not gonna see it right now. But I can tell you one thing: these players are gonna play a lot better without that
Oh
massive
yeah,
chip on their
oh yeah.
shoulders and the massive um, pressure that it was. They're not gonna have this inferiority complex anymore. They know they're winners. Nobody can take this away from them. It's a Copa America. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
not even Diego Maradona has one of those. Um,
Pele doesn't have one.
Pelé doesn't have one of those. It's um, it's not to be underestimated. It's really, really
No,
huge. It's a shame we're not going to have the Confederations Cup now, because that would have been another opportunity for Messi to win another trophy with Argentina. It got cancelled due to the pandemic and all the calendar issues, but the Copa America is his. Is
that's it.
belongs to all
And
these players, and they're gonna play
yeah,
relief. They're gonna play. It's going to be different, a lot different. It was 28 years, 28 years for one of the most successful nations in the history of football. That's not easy, man. That's not easy.
no, it's not. And when you look at the players, and I'm not going to try and compare, but if you look at the squad from 1998, 2002, 2006, arguably those players are bigger names, and arguably once more probably better players than what we have now. And they were not able to achieve that. Yes, they made the 2004
Yeah,
final, Copa final, but they lost, and 2006 the World Cup and everything. But if you look at the players, and something that you mentioned, this gets the chip off their shoulder, this gets the pressure off them, and it's even better that it happened so early in the cycle, because essentially they've only had two tournaments, the 2019 Copa and this Copa.
yeah,
And getting this burden off, knowing that that they are winners, and that they are winners, and that they could do it in the most difficult of circumstances at the Maracana. I mean, when you're talking world football, not just South America, not just Brazil or Argentina, but world football, you have the Maracanã, you have El Monumental, you have Azteca, you have Wembley. Anything else? That's it. Probably those are the top four, top five. And Maracanã is it's the mystique, it's the mystical Maracanã, and to be able to do it there versus Brazil, psychologically, that has to give you such a boost going
Yeah,
into any match.
yeah. This is the first final Brazil lose.
Yeah.
The first Copa America final they lose at in their home soil. We beat them in I think it was 1939. There used to be an old competition called Copa Roca.
Yeah.
Roca used to be a president, military president back in the day in Argentina, and they play these uh, one on one against each other competition. It was played every 2 years, every 1 year, whatever. And in 1939 was the only time we won it in Brazil, but it wasn't a one-off final. They played like four
Mhm.
finals because we won the
Yeah.
first one, we lost the second one, there was a draw in the third one, and then they had to play the fourth for the first time, and we won in Sao Paulo, whatever. But you have to go way back to see Brazil play lose a competition at home. They had organized five Copa Americas in previously,
And they won all
and they
five.
won it all. They won them all. So yeah, it's not to it's not to be underestimated. I mean,
It's something.
yeah, yeah.
It's something.
Nobody is exaggerating. Nobody is exaggerating.
No, no, at all, at all. So we have Messi's comments. So it was posted on the Twitter page of the Argentina national team. So I guess we'll read it and I guess maybe translate as we go along. So the first one he writes, es una locura, es inexplicable, la felicidad que siento, me ha tocado irme triste, pero sabía que en algún momento se iba a dar. So essentially he's saying, it's crazy, what I'm feeling, the happiness that I'm feeling, it's
I can't
unexplainable.
explain. Yeah,
I can't explain it. He's left kind of sad previously, but at one point he knew that he was going to be happy about it. And then he goes on to talk about the group, the team, saying he confines a lot, he believes a lot in this group, and that they became. And I'm translating as I'm going along. So Seba, if you could help me out, go
yeah.
for it.
No, the part about the family, I think it's the
Yeah.
one that really strikes home, because he
This
says, I thought about my family as soon as the game was over. Many
Yeah.
times we had to suffer, go on holidays, and the first few days on holidays will be really sad. This time is different, and I think he deserves it more than any human being in the world. Tonight, football is a bit more fair than it has been for the last few years, not days. And I think, I don't remember so many people from so many places feeling happy about him. I mean, even Neymar. I have to say, I was
He was professional.
really, but I was in tears when Neymar went to hug him. Obviously, they're friends. They have been playing together for Barcelona. They played together for Barcelona. They're really, really good friends. But I think that gesture from Neymar to go there, hug Messi, they didn't want to let go of each other.
Yeah.
And maybe Neymar is gonna, it's not easy. It's not free. Neymar could get a lot of problems from their own fans, could get a lot of stick from Brazil fans, but he prioritized his friends' happiness, and greatness recognizes greatness. And I think that moment when they hug each other, wow, that was really something else. I think they gave an example to kids all over the world. I mean, they were wearing their own shirts, their rivals, but friendship can overcome any difficult rivalry in any difficult moment. So I think hats off to Neymar, a true champion, a true gentleman, and a true friend of Messi, who I think he was genuinely feeling happy for Messi. as the rest of the world is.
Well,
Everybody loves him.
there,
Yeah.
there was at one point there were pictures circulating on Twitter. Him, Messi, and I think it was Paredes, kind
Yeah.
of sitting in the tunnel at the Maracanã, and they were all laughing. And you could tell. Look, we're not going to talk about Neymar too much, obviously, but again, I thought he had a good game. He's very easy to dislike sometimes, very easy to dislike sometimes. But when he shows that humility and that
Yeah.
humble side of him, it gets difficult to hate him, to be honest.
Yeah.
Or dislike.
And also a couple of final points on Neymar. He knows what it is to have the weight of a nation in
Yes.
his shoulders,
Yes.
so he can relate. Maybe he can relate to Messi more than some of the Argentina players, because he's been through the same. He had difficult times as well. He got injured in the World Cup,
Yes.
which Brazil organized, played at home. You know, it's very difficult to be in Neymar's or Messi's position, and I think it was something that I wanted to say in this video, because to me that was one of the highlights of the night. A true champion and a true friend. I was really, really happy to see.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And at one point, they showed the camera. Him and Messi were hugging for 20 seconds, 30 seconds. It wasn't like a little, like a little tap and good game. No, it was really something that.
Yeah, friends,
It's
together.
friends. It's friends.
Yeah.
It's friends.
Well, let's talk about. Let's go with the celebrations. Can you show us what happened in
Yes.
India or Bangladesh? We have something prepared for you
Yes.
guys.
So Sebas, you sent this to me. Let me just pull it up. And then obviously, guys, we're going to take a look at this, and then I want you guys to share your message. Your messages of how you celebrated. Let me just pull this up here. You guys see the screen? So this
Look
was
at that.
in India.
The Mundo Albiceleste massive. There you go.
Yeah, this is in India, guys. It's absolutely incredible.
I would like to be there, man. Look
Absolutely.
at that.
I mean, you tried going to the Obelisco and it didn't work.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you a story. Let's look at these crazy guys. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them. They really deserve it, man. We're having a party at Kathmandu, says one of our comments. Roshan says, having a party at Kathmandu. That's amazing. That's amazing.
Wow. So that was the first video. Let me bring up the second one that you sent me, Seva. This one is in Bangladesh. Okay. This one is in Bangladesh. Let me bring this back up on the screen. There you go.
Look at that's in Dhaka, Bangladesh. Look at that.
Yeah. It's. You should have saw that. You could take those people, throw them in towards the Obelisco in Argentina, and they would fit right in.
Of course,
of
course they will.
A lot of sky blue and white.
Look at them. This is amazing. This is football, man. This is football. Not just.
This is why they call it the world game, right?
Absolutely.
It's wow.
I'll tell you. I live in Buenos Aires. It's not far from the River Plate Stadium, where Argentina play most of their home matches. So after the game, I said, not so much for me, because I'm old enough. I've been around. I've been around. I've been alive for our 2 World Cups. I don't remember a thing about 78. I'm not that old. I was 1 year old when 78 happened. I do remember 86 and 91, 93, the other 2 Copa Americas. But I said, I have to take my kids to Obelisco. Obelisco is like a monument in the middle of the city of Buenos Aires, and it's where football fans gather when there is a big win. It could work for at club level when Boca, River, Racing, whoever win an important tournament. Fans go to the Obelisco and they pack the streets. And I said, okay, we'll go in the car, stay in the car because of the pandemic, wearing the face mask and everything. but I couldn't reach. There was so many people. There was so many people. I
Mhm.
don't know if you have a picture of the obelisco. I can find it right away.
Let me here. I'll try to
But
get one.
but
But by the way, this is why we were so late to start. I'm blaming this on Seba.
yeah, because I went to the obelisco and then back because it was
Yeah, I
impossible
have a
to get
video
there.
here.
I had to go back.
Here,
Yeah.
let me bring this up.
There you go. Yeah, it's like a big monument. Yeah, fantastic. Is there any sound to
I
that?
mean,
No.
there is. I don't know if you hear it.
Look at that. Uh, yeah, I couldn't get there. I got as far as 20 blocks away from that, and then I had
Yeah,
to go back. It was always
and
almost midnight. My kids are very very little, well, 11 and especially the other one, 6 years old. He was
yeah,
already tired, but I wanted to go there. We were stopping at every traffic light. Like honking, and it was a great feeling to see so many young the younger generation that never lived a celebration like that. um, I think it
but
was fantastic to see.
and that's exactly it because yeah, I mean, when I say your generation, no disrespect, obviously, but your generation saw the '86 World Cup or the '91 Copa America or the '93 Copa America, even, but the slightly younger generation, no, like honestly, like, but like the slightly younger generation, um, this is the first trophy. I was
Absolutely, yeah,
I was very 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 young in
yeah,
'91 and '93, so for me, no recollection whatsoever. And aside from the under 20s or the Olympics, this is, for me, this is the first trophy, and I think for a lot as well. I mean, Mr. Abdullah writes he's 25; it's his first trophy. It's hopefully the first of many.
yeah, yeah. There's people asking where we're from, Roy, and they said that
we're
we don't
gonna we're gonna
understand.
keep the go for it.
Just a little thing in Spanish. Yo soy argentino. Mundo Albiceleste es un blog que nació en 2006 y Roy empezó como lector de Mundo Albiceleste, nos hicimos amigos, hoy creció. Lo que hacemos es en inglés para todos los hinchas de la selección que no hablan español y tienen un canal para comunicarse con nosotros y para enterarse de las novedades y para saber de qué se trata. Entonces, bueno, por eso lo hacemos en inglés. Agradecemos igual que estén escuchando, que se estén sumando. Eh, Roy wants to keep a mystery where he's from. He's from another planet.
For now, por ahora.
Yeah, Roy is from another planet. He's from another planet. You're
I'm from
right
Messi's
to
planet.
think
I
of it.
brought him.
Yeah. But yeah, here we go. And the pictures that we just saw, they're not from Rosario, it's Buenos Aires. Rosario was also celebrating. I'm trying to find something from Rosario
Yeah,
because Rosario has a monument. It's called Monumento a la Bandera, the monument for the Argentine flag, right? And it was all decorated with lights, with the Messi figure. Obviously, that's Messi's hometown. I saw some celebrations in Barcelona as well. It
yeah.
is amazing. Also, Rosario is hometown for Di Maria as well. So tonight
Maria Lo
is
Celso, I think too.
yeah,
Lo
yeah,
Celso, yeah, Rosario Central. But yeah, no, I guess because there was yesterday there was a picture that was yesterday, right? The one from Rosario and what we just saw was
tonight
Buenos
there's people. I
Aires.
just sent you another picture on
Perfect.
Twitter via DM. Tonight there's people in the Monumento a la Bandera celebrating.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm
There we go.
anticipating it's going to be a long line in every Argentine city. That's the monument. It's a beautiful city, Rosario. Amazing,
Yeah.
full of talented people being born
Wow.
there. Obviously, this
Look at
it's also Che Guevara's hometown.
Yeah.
A lot of people, a lot of interesting and important people, and also a lot of crazy people coming from Rosario. They're nuts. They're nuts. They're not gonna be offended because they know they're nuts.
Oh my god.
Yeah, every
It's
genius is not. It's nuts. So
yeah. Oh, Bielsa, right? Marcelo Bielsa from
Bielsa,
Rosario.
yeah. Well,
Literally nicknamed El Loco.
yeah. Talking about nuts. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's get to the substitutes and maybe kind of wrap this up. Maybe a little bit. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I can stay. I can
You
stay all
good?
night. I
Okay,
don't know.
perfect. So
What do
we're
you
good.
guys
We're good.
think? Yeah, what do you guys think?
Well,
No,
yeah,
we can talk about repercussions. We can talk about
yeah.
whatever.
Let's.
Um,
Okay,
there was
so
a there was
yeah, go ahead.
somebody saying hello from Italy a lot earlier, but we were talking about other things. If se sei ancora lì con noi, in bocca al lupo per domani, parliamo in italiano anche un po'. Sono sicuro che tutta l'Argentina è con voi per tomorrow, per domani. Um, people, people are asking people are asking if we are supporting England or Italy. Me personally, my family, I have like 75% of my family coming from Italy. I lived in Italy. Um, Lorenzo Insigne with Diego Maradona's tattoo. I think it's an easy shout for me. Lots of friends in England as well. Nothing against England or the players or fans,
No,
but my heart is with Italy tomorrow.
it's yeah. I can't. I mean, I have a lot of friends from England. A lot to the point where I'll get it here. I mean, I even have
Look at that.
the Union Jack. Yeah, it's like a pillow cushion. Anyways, so no, I have a lot of friends from there. Been there a couple of times. I love London. I love England, but not in the Euros, not in the World Cup, not the national team. I can't do that.
Yeah.
It's
And
gotta
if
be
you
Italy for
notice,
me.
I move my hands a lot when I speak, so that's Italy for you in a nutshell. Yeah, I speak a lot with my hands.
Inside of you, Sebo.
So yeah, it's in my blood. It's in my blood.
Yeah, yeah, and obviously some political stuff as well, which we won't get into
No,
regarding
no.
Argentina and England. But
Yeah.
yeah, so I guess really quickly before we continue,
Yeah.
Seba, you said you want Italy to win. I want Italy to win. I think England wins tomorrow. Who do
Oh,
you think wins tomorrow? I think
this is
England wins. I
tough.
hope I'm wrong.
I'm going heart and mind with Italy. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's too close to call. Yeah, it's not gonna be a
Yeah.
landslide, and
No.
but I'm going with Italy. Maybe pressure gets to England, and Italy they have a history of finding their way through difficult games like the finals, and they've been great. They've been great in the entire tournament. Maybe they find it again, find a way to win it tomorrow again.
So a lot of people are going for Italy. Elias writes 2-1 England. Someone wrote, I'm trying to get the comment here. I think it's Amen. There you go.
Yeah.
England will lose on home soil like Brazil. Ooh, imagine that.
Yeah.
Defeat at the Maracanã for Brazil
Hey.
and defeat at Wembley for England.
Hey,
That
I
would
have
be something.
two. I have two passports, and one obviously, and the other it's Italy. So maybe maybe
Ah.
maybe this weekend is like.
There you
So
go. So, yeah.
no, I wanna ask you about what's next for Argentina. Maybe we're
Yeah.
getting a bit ahead of ourselves, but there's a lot of action still to happen this year.
Yes.
We have a lot of World Cup qualifiers, and then obviously the World Cup. Do you think Scaloni earned his chance to go to the World Cup as Argentina manager? Obviously,
What
right?
kind of of course? What kind of question is that? No, it's look. We've seen. I think we've seen Scaloni kind of grow in this tournament.
Yeah.
I think he took a lot of risks. Starting Di Maria tonight was a very big risk because he's been comfortable with Nicolas Gonzalez. The risk he took with Christian Romero, probably not everyone would have taken. The risks of leaving Romero out in previous matches. Sticking with Emiliano Martinez, which maybe, yes, was the obvious choice, but not necessarily an easy choice, especially considering Armani is a veteran and he was a goalkeeper for about 2 years. I think he more than earned it. Even if Argentina would have lost tonight, I still would have said Scaloni is the guy to go with. For many different reasons. One, you don't want to change coaches in the middle of a qualifying cycle, and reaching a final in Brazil and losing to Brazil at the Maracanã is not the end of the world, so to speak. But he managed to win it. I think his tactics, for the most part, were spot on. this team finally knows how to defend after several years of apparently forgetting how to defend, defending very well. So no, in my opinion, he's more than
Yeah,
earned it.
yeah. I wanted to start the topic to talk a little bit about Scaloni. We haven't discussed him a lot. Um,
Yeah,
I'm so happy with for him. Um, you guys that are not in Argentina, you're not exposed to uh, how contaminated it is on TV, in every talk show for football. There are like 4 sports channels that are talking about the national team
yeah,
every single minute, and some of them are verging on being completely disrespectful. Some of them have been saying that, like openly saying that they wanted Argentina to lose in order for us to get a different manager, proper manager to take us to the World Cup. Because if not, we were going to waste Messi's last few years in the national team. But look what happened. The only trophy for Messi in the full national team was under Scaloni.
yeah,
No
yeah,
disrespect to previous managers who tried it, who were really, really close to winning, even to win it all, like Sabella in 2014, which was the closest we got to winning a World Cup again. But I'm telling you, the players after every game, they sing a song in which they curse the journalists back, because they dedicate that to some of the journalists that were really, really operating against them. And even tonight, I was in the car going to Obelisco, and I was listening to some AM radio stations, and some of them were saying that uh, the referee benefited Brazil, that Paredes should have been red carded, and this was an Argentine radio station. I don't know who they're talking to, because people is in love with this team right now. People
yeah.
have really
This is a
identified
team that people
themselves.
are connecting with.
Obviously, that this team has been really infectious, and infectious is not maybe the best word to use in a pandemic, but you got it. You got it. You got
Yeah,
the main the idea behind what I'm saying.
yeah,
Um, but even former players, I mean, there's a show where Oscar Ruggeri is part of, and he was criticizing the national team, and he was in that part of that discussion in which he mentioned that he would rather have another manager. So I don't think, and this was coming from the captain of the last Copa America title in '93, Oscar Ruggeri, also World Cup
hmm,
winner in '86, one of the best defenders of all time. But for him to say something like that, it
it's
was
disappointing.
disappointing. Yeah, it was disappointing.
Yeah,
So that's why the players are getting together, galvanizing against critics, and I think the team, uh, the I think people and fans in general are really taking on this team. They're really embracing this team, and they're really um, feeling this team as their own. So that is, I think, the most important thing that Scaloni has achieved, more than the title.
yeah,
To see Messi play with a smile in his face, and to see all these players coming together, to see some young players becoming the core of the team, like we mentioned, De Paul,
yeah.
Lautaro, Paredes,
Paredes,
a lot of younger players surrounding Messi, maybe better than
better
ever.
than yeah.
Yeah,
I was gonna say better than ever. You haven't seen this side of
yeah.
Messi. I mean, yeah, we saw this Messi, under Sabella and that World Cup qualifiers and the World Cup itself. But after that, and that was 7 years ago now. It's
Mhm.
been 7 years. We haven't seen Messi this happy. 2015, he was frustrated in the final. 2016, he was frustrated. Then you had those two.
2019, he even
Those
he
were
even said
dark.
that was it. Yeah.
Yeah.
There are a couple of
So
questions. Aviral is asking
yes,
about the Confederations Cup. We mentioned it briefly,
yes,
and unfortunately, we're not going to have it now that we were qualified for it. We're not going to have it
and
because it was
potentially versus
supposed to
England
be
too.
played. Yes, yes, it was
Potentially,
supposed to be played this year. That's the thing. That's the thing. Remember, the Copa America and the Euro were supposed to be played in 2020, but were postponed and played this
Yeah,
year instead. And normally the Confederations Cup is played the year before the World Cup, so
exactly.
we're not gonna have a chance to play that. That said, there are a couple of conversations to bring back the old Copa Artemio Franchi Cup, which is a cup played between the Copa America champion and the Euro champion. That would be
Yes,
great. We played it in '93 against Denmark
and we
for
won.
having won. Yeah, we won it on penalties for having won the Copa America 1991, and obviously Denmark winning the Euro in '92. But that trophy hasn't been played after that.
Mhm.
But now there are conversations to have a one-off. The Euro champion for from tomorrow to play Argentina. We'll see how it goes. I hope it happens. There's another
It could be
chance.
fun.
Yeah, another chance at silverware for Messi.
If
But Copa Confederations Cup as it is, it's not gonna take place this time.
Yeah, no, 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 that won't. But yeah, I would like to see the Copa America winners versus the Euro winners played, but played in South America. I feel like every big tournament's played in Europe, played in South America for a change, see how it's done, unless they do home and away. But there's no way they're gonna do that, especially
We
now.
played it. We played it in Mar del Plata, a city 400 kilometers from Buenos Aires, when we beat Denmark. It was in Mar del Plata, and that was. It's a cup that will always stay in our hearts because that was the last trophy Maradona won with the Albiceleste, um, and
Yeah,
it's always close to our hearts.
yeah, no, it's good. It's good. And you know what? I mean, you mentioned earlier what's next. Well, we have obviously the Olympics coming up, but for the senior team, the qualifiers in September, how much of a boost is this going to be in the like for the rest? Because there's qualifiers in September, October, and if I'm not mistaken, November as well. And to be able to play and someone asked, are they going to have the Copa America badge here? They should. Normally, they have been doing it for a couple of tournaments now, so I think I would be surprised if they didn't. But to be able to see the team play that, play the qualifiers and have that badge, and maybe it's that extra boost of motivation. Just kind of look at it and like, no, like we are
Yeah,
champions,
yeah.
right? And this would help us out. Somos campeones, and I don't know. I'm excited. I'm excited. It's oh my
Yeah,
god. It's yeah.
we're also undefeated in what 20 games now.
No,
20
yeah,
games
yeah,
undefeated, yeah,
yeah.
and undefeated in the World Cup qualifiers as well. And obviously, as we said, they're gonna play more relaxed. They're gonna play better. Our players are gonna have a different confidence in them. It's gonna be interesting to see. Even if we were to be defeated in one game or two, I mean, there's a different feeling around the team now. Finally, but I'm most happy about this younger generation. They never saw.
Of course.
They
They
never
never
saw.
lived through '86. So, someone said it. The commentator said it. I think he said about 1993, the last time Argentina won the trophy. I think he said 3 players on this team were not even born yet.
Yeah,
So they never lived through it. Like they weren't even born for it. I was born for it, but I was still very young, so I didn't realize what was going on. But 3 were not even born, and now you have them, and wow,
yeah,
wow. And something that I liked as well, and I know it must have sucked, but even after the match, Paulo Dybala posted, he put up a video, a picture about it, congratulating the team, and someone like him and someone like Lucas Ocampos or other players, it makes you think, how happy they must feel, but kind of how badly they must feel as well to kind of be left out, and maybe that's extra motivation for them to do better for their clubs, to be there for the qualifiers as well.
yeah. Absolutely. There's a couple of questions we're getting about Messi and how he's being perceived by people and media in general in Argentina.
Yeah.
Maybe this is something that was true, but maybe some time ago, like 5 years, 10 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
he was criticized a lot because he didn't play for Argentina just as well as he played for Barcelona. People were comparing him to Maradona, but saying that he doesn't have what it takes to win it all, or he never won a World Cup, even though he still hasn't retired. He has another shot at winning the World Cup, and he could very
Yeah,
well. But I think it's only a real moronic minority that are still denying what who Messi is in world football right now.
yeah,
You don't hear it. You don't hear it anymore out in the streets. Recently, obviously, due to Diego's demise, due to him not being here anymore, you got again a lot of comparisons between both
yeah,
of them, which I think it's not fair on anybody, but it's not fair on Messi. It's not fair on as I said, on anybody. But with Diego being again the main topic, and when somebody uh, becomes immortal like Diego, uh, they start talking about him again every day, and you heard a lot of, yeah, Messi is good, but he's no Maradona. I don't think that's necessary. I think that affected him a lot, but I also think that motivated him. But nowadays, you don't hear a lot of critics, and from now
no,
on, you're gonna hear even less of that. Um, it's just the people who have no idea about football who can really say something about Messi. And I think he also turned around a lot of people because they started seeing that he really cared. They used to say, he doesn't sing the anthem, he doesn't care, he's from Spain, whatever, all sorts of stupid things. But then he proved them wrong, and he kept trying and trying and trying, and I think a lot of people I started identifying with that. And Messi
yeah,
started to become a lot more of a leader. He started being vocal, talking to referees, talking with the mic open, saying this is rigged and Brazil has everything in his favor, and they want Brazil to win. They kill us, um, and people identify with that because he's showing he's a flawed genius. At times he can lose it. He can lose his cool.
yeah, yeah,
He's getting in these mind games with Colombian players in the semifinals. Those kind of things are what people are really noticing about him.
yeah. And especially now when, I mean, everything that you just said, I 1,000% obviously fully agree. And there's a comment by Yuchan that says, a country is lucky enough to have both Messi and Maradona, and this is what they argue about. And it's true. And now, and I'm not even trying to compare or anything like that. That's not the point. But now, at least when people think of Messi, they don't just think, oh, Messi won a Copa America with Argentina, but they think Messi won a Copa America with Argentina after several players came before him and failed since 1993. And not only that, but he won a Copa America in Brazil versus Brazil. It's not like he beat, and I know disrespect, but it's not like it was an Argentina-Bolivia final in somewhere else in Peru or Chile. But no, this was as difficult as it gets of a Copa America. You could argue Argentina versus Uruguay at the I believe that they play at the Centenario. That one probably just as difficult. But Argentina, Brazil, and the fact that they even had fans in attendance, that makes it a little bit sweeter. And now people that's hopefully, in my opinion, hopefully that's what people are going to think about, or one of the things that they're going to think about when they talk about Lionel Messi with Argentina. It's, yes, he tried previously. The team wasn't able to succeed. It wasn't because of him. It was sometimes it's the team. It was luck. But you know what? He got that chip. He got that monkey off his shoulder. It was against Brazil at the Maracanã, and this is the biggest FU that he could probably give to all the haters out there.
Absolutely. No, yeah, they're not gonna be able to say he never won
No.
anything with Argentina. I just sent you a few images from Kerala. I think it's amazing. I mean, I want
Let's go
everybody to
through these.
see, yeah, if you can.
Yeah, and before, yeah, I have that right before that. So someone
Yeah,
else, I tweeted, and I guess Messi ended up mentioning it too. But I tweeted, this Copa America is not just for the players, but it's for the players that came before, Mascherano, Zanetti, Crespo, and all that stuff. And
yeah,
look who posted what, Mascherano.
yeah.
Because sometimes it's always worth trying. How could you not love Masche? it's my
He
thing.
gave it. Yeah, he gave it his all.
Campeón de America. And,
Yeah.
I'm being a little bit. I'm just gonna throw this out there. I mean, this is my account, and he does follow me, so I'm very proud of that. It's like my highlight of my entire
Nice.
career.
Nice.
But no, and then because Mascherano's been through this, right? 2004, 2007, and everything else. So, I mean, look at this. How could you not be happy?
I think it's a very good thing that he follows you. It will be a bad thing if he catches you. I mean, let's keep it at that. Yeah. As long as he keeps following you, but without catching you, that's good.
I'm good. That's fine. I hacked
You'll be
into his
safe.
account and I went on mine and clicked follow. But no, it's yeah. So sorry. I'm just gonna pull out your what you sent me here, Seba. Sorry, bring that back up. Here we go. The last video. Here we go. Let's bring this up. Over here.
Look at that. I want to be there, man.
Wow. Look at this. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit, but you can tell it's like pouring.
Look at the little kids.
Raining.
Look
at
the little kids
with the Messi shirts and the. I mean.
All right. Yeah, I think they had my wine. Yeah, they stole my wine. Yeah.
Yeah, this is why you started with 10 bottles of wine. You have one left because they stole them.
Jeez. Look at that. They're celebrating in front of Brazil fans. Look at that.
Yeah, you have the Brazil thing here. And Christ the Redeemer. A painting.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Loving the little kids. Yeah, so
that
is fantastic. That is fantastic. Yeah.
Wow. But this is what football. Honestly, I know people say the cliche, but this is what football's all about. It really does unite. It really does unite people. Lucas, a friend of mine, very good friend of mine, Lucas writes, the only reason they had fans was because Bolsonaro needs to milk political support. He's done politically. I mean, yeah, we're not going to get into that too much, but that's one of the reasons why, I guess. But still, it made it that much sweeter. I don't care for the reason. It made it that much sweeter to see fans support in the stadium. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I cried for a good 10 minutes watching the celebrations. Then I stopped, and then I would go on Twitter and see pictures of Messi with the trophy, and I would cry again. And then I would stop, and then I'd see pictures of Di Maria and Scaloni, and I'd cry again. And it's wow. It's and this is actually a very good point. So Jan writes, I don't think Johan Cruyff has an international trophy, so I appreciate Messi getting one a lot more. I mean, look, it just because Cruyff did not win a trophy obviously doesn't mean that he wasn't a great player. He was one of the greatest of all time. But sometimes it just shows you that you need that luck to win a trophy. And Cruyff in '74, where he came up against Germany, against the Germans, they were missing that luck. He wasn't there in '78 versus Argentina. And, we know what missing that luck is. And would it have made Messi any less of a player had Argentina not won this Copa America? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But the fact that he does have that Copa just, it adds to it and just makes it sweeter, to be honest. It really just makes it that much sweeter. And against Brazil too. I mean, this was the final we should have gotten in 2014.
Absolutely.
I don't know if I would have been able to live through it, but
I still think that we would have beaten Brazil in 24. That is the biggest what if ever.
But that's not our fault. They didn't qualify.
It's not that I got distracted or anything like that. I was looking for this picture. I'm sending you a picture. Just stay tuned.
Go for it.
I'm sending it. I think this is the best picture I've seen tonight, and it will give us a chance to talk about another player that we haven't spoken yet. But I think it's a good moment for him too. I'm sending it to you right now.
Send it over. We'll take a look.
Right.
There you go.
Sorry for this. This is happening live, but
yes,
I'm sure you will appreciate. Look at that picture. Look at that picture.
Kun Agüero. Agüero.
See,
Look at
this is a
that.
guy. This is a guy who virtually played no part in this Copa
Yeah,
America. He played only
yeah.
a few minutes. But look at that picture. This is a guy who also deserves to have a medal around his
Yes.
neck. This is
People
fantastic.
forget that how clutch he was for Argentina throughout the years. He scored some important goals for Argentina. In 2015 specifically, he was our go-to guy. He scored a header versus Uruguay. I still remember that,
Yeah.
the 1-0 win. And
But he was injured in 2014. The history could have been different. He was, I
imagine a
think,
healthy Di Maria and a healthy Aguero in 2014.
no,
Forget it.
no. So yeah, you know, in many ways, to see him smile like that, and to see him, you know, getting together with his teammates, celebrating, even though he didn't, he played virtually, as I said, virtually no part in this campaign. You know, uh, I'm really happy he gets to have his name next to a major trophy with Argentina as well. He was there in Beijing 2008 together with
Yeah,
Messi, Di Maria, and so many others. Um, so there you go. I
he,
think I wanted to share that picture with you because I saw it and I felt it was great.
no, it's he's one of those. Or actually, here I'll show you what he posted on. Posted this on his Instagram, and I put it up on my Twitter before we went live. Where is it? Here we go. So Aguero posted this on his Instagram. Here we go.
Uh-huh.
Let me just. I'll take this off here. There you go. So a picture of him and Messi with the gold medal with the Copa America, and then at
Yeah,
the bottom the gold medal in 2008. This was 2008, so what? 13
yeah.
years ago.
I was
13
there.
years ago.
I
You
was
were there,
there. I
Silva,
was
yeah.
there. Yeah, I was there at the stadium. Yeah,
And
amazing.
look at this. I mean, he deserves it. He deserves it. Maybe just as much as Leo. I mean, he's given it his all. You saw him cry in 2014, and you saw the tears later on in the subsequent years. But Aguero's always been one that sometimes he hasn't necessarily always performed maybe to his best for Argentina, but that mostly is because of injuries. To be honest, it's mostly because of injuries. But you know what we saw what's it called versus Bolivia. We
Yeah,
saw him versus Bolivia. He didn't play the whole match, but he still got an assist for Messi, and he deserves this. He deserves this. In short, very very happy for him. And you know
absolutely.
what? There's a reason why I have this right here. Con
Yeah.
Agüero. So it's funny because I got this. I wore it for the match versus Iceland, and he scored.
Ah,
And then the second match versus Croatia, I went with the Maradona shirt, didn't score. And then I said, I need to use a player that's still playing. So I wore a Messi shirt versus Nigeria. And, yeah, at least now I got to get a Di Maria shirt to go with the tattoo.
yeah. What a night! What a night! It's
Great night.
3:30. It's 3:13 a.m.
Yeah,
I still don't want to go to sleep. I think
it's
after this, I'm starting to get messages from friends in Europe congratulating me.
waking up.
They're waking up. They have no idea I'm still up. I'm gonna reply them in a while.
Yeah,
But this is so great to have lived this together with you guys throughout the Copa. I'm sure we're gonna do more of this as
absolutely.
every time Argentina play, and then what's next for? What do you think about the
I
World Cup?
mean,
I
World
know
Cup is we're
there's
still a
yeah.
little bit for the World Cup.
Yeah. There's been a lot of questions about the World Cup. People are anxious,
Yeah,
you know. Now all of a sudden we go there
I
to the World Cup as the champions of our continent. So
yeah, it's you know what? Yeah, we're gonna be representing South America.
yeah,
We're gonna be represent. Wow. It's the crazy part is like, I mean, it's 2:15 a.m. here, so I'm 1 hour behind you, Seba. And I see a couple of comments here. There was one from Sweden. Someone said I can't even remember. Going through it here, it's 8:13 in Sweden. There you go. It's 8:13 in Sweden. It's James Foley, man, thank you, buddy. So James Foley writes, thanks for making this Copa America so enjoyable, Ryan Seba. Thank you, guys. This has been a blast, absolutely a blast doing these. What's next? I mean, we're still going to continue doing some videos. Maybe one more organized, I would say, than this one. Because this one is just kind of, but in a good way, obviously. This is very fun. But maybe do one where specifically we talk about, okay, maybe what's next for the team, talk something about Scaloni, maybe one just about Messi, or one where maybe review this match. And I mean like a review, like certain highlights and stuff like that. So we'll figure some stuff out.
Absolutely. Yeah. Subscribe, like, the whole deal.
Yes.
We're not experienced YouTubers or anything like that, but I know they all do like this. Subscribe, like, whatever.
Yes. Make sure to hit that.
Follow us on Twitter, whatever.
Guys, if you haven't already, hit that like button, like it, hit the subscribe button. Honestly, to really never miss a thing. We're going to be doing a lot more of this. Just because the Copa America is over doesn't mean that the celebration is over. Absolutely not. I asked on Twitter, and I'm going to retweet it in either today or the next couple of days. I said, and there's a reason why I said this before, and this is going to be even much more interesting. I said, send me pictures, send me videos, send me your stories of how or what or how you started supporting Argentina, or your best memories, or your best matches, or your best goals. I'm trying to put together a little video. And I guess after this Copa America, it's gonna be.
You send all of that. You send all of that to Roy, and you send money. You send me money.
No. I have it on Twitter. I'll bring it up eventually. I'll retweet it. But I mean, if you want to send money, you could. But it's not what we're doing it for. No, I know you're joking.
Of course.
So yeah, send in some pictures. Your favorite goals, your favorite moments throughout the years. Obviously, I'm probably going to get a lot now after the Copa America win, but send a lot of stuff, and I'll try and include as much as I can in the video. And obviously send where you're from, because worldwide, obviously India, Bangladesh, Sweden, United States, Canada. But Mr. Abdullah writes, greedy Seva.
Greedy Seva. No, you just send me love, like you're doing every day. That is all we're after. Yeah.
Send them love.
I think everything is accepted tonight. Yeah. We have to,
including the good wine.
We have to enjoy. It's close, It's already. I haven't cracked it open yet, but I'm sure we'll enjoy this tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Twitch is the medium for sending money. Let's pay attention. Let's go to Twitch now.
we gotta get on Twitch here. Let's figure out YouTube first before doing anything, Sam.
I was able to turn on the computer for this, so yeah.
Hey, look at that!
I'm an old man.
I was able to get to YouTube. Seba, I mean, we've been going on for this flew by over 2 hours. Really flew by. Tawid wrote or asked, would you guys continue this? Absolutely, we're not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere at all. Like I said, we're going to be doing, or at least I mean, the time difference sometimes, but the Olympics, and we have the qualifiers and transfer talk. For example, Rodrigo de Paul is gone to Atletico Madrid. What's going to happen with Cristian Romero? So there's a lot of stuff coming up on the chat. Someone asked if you can do super chats. I have to figure out what a super chat is.
I feel super, and I'm happy to chat. So I'm up to whatever.
There you go, Seba. Oh my god!
It has to be, maybe that's a new medium for something.
Maybe we'll figure it out. When someone says super chats, we'll see what a super chat is. Metal, you both feel like my brothers. Thank you so much for all these times. Copa. Thank you guys, honestly. Wait. What? Lucas, Roy, I'm buying this title shirt right now. Any recommendations? Because I want for the Copa Shield. I can't. Let me see what I can do for you, Lucas. Let me see what I can do. But so Lucas is Brazilian, by the way. Lucas is Brazilian, living in Brazil. If I'm not mistaken, in Sao Paulo. So he's a big Messi fan. He does not like his national team, so he's more than welcome.
Okay.
But yeah, Lucas, I'll send you a link. I'll see what I can do for you, buddy, regarding the shirt. And that's it. We did it. Seba, anything else, I guess, before we end this?
No, I was calming down. All the emotion was starting to settle. Obviously, feeling a bit tired or whatever. But people are getting me hyped again because they're saying Messi will now win another Ballon d'Or, and that
That's
is a
true.
that is a really really good call. That
7.
is a true good shout. Hopefully he wins it. I will look at that Ballon d'Or a bit differently because in the past I was like, okay, yeah, another Ballon d'Or, but when are we all winning something for him together with him?
Yeah.
Tonight was that night. It's been coming. We've been really needing this moment of joy. It feels like it feels so sweet. It feels so sweet right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. Let's
I'm really emotional. I'm really emotional, and I'm gonna look at the highlights. I'm gonna look at everything related to Messi and all the rest of the guys. These guys are heroes now. These guys are heroes, and I think they redeemed the generations that went before them. In a way,
yes.
yeah, in a way that this is a win for them too, because it wasn't because they didn't try. It was, I don't know what it was, but it wasn't because they didn't try.
No, it's. I think it was just luck. I mean, if you go back 2004, the last second goal from Adriano, and then 2006, Abendanzieri's injury, and then I think the more it went on per tournament, the more difficult it got, especially because it was the same core of players. I mean, I love Mascherano to death, and I'll defend Mascherano until the end of time. But you cannot tell me that those finals did not get to him. You cannot tell me that the finals did not get to, let's say, Higuain or even Aguero or even Messi. You cannot tell me that. And maybe this is what they needed, a brand new change. I mean, Martinez new, Acuna, Otamendi just a veteran, but Romero, Montiel, or Molina, Paredes, Lo Celso, De Paul, Lautaro, 90%
Tagliafico,
or maybe more,
yeah,
Tagliafico. All these guys are all new. Correa, Angel Correa, Joaquin Correa, Guido Rodriguez. These are all guys that are playing with the national team. And I'm not going to say no pressure. Obviously, the pressure is there, but they got this monkey off our back. So
yeah.
who knows? Who knows what they could do?
You know what I'm laughing about? I'm laughing about the reading the comments. These guys have been on fire tonight. Everybody,
Yeah.
people calling me a savage. Yeah, of course I am. People, people saying they're rewatching the game. Oh
I'm
my
gonna
god,
rewatch
this
it.
is yeah.
Probably tonight, even, or at least the extended highlights tonight, and I'll watch the full match tomorrow. But
Uh,
this is
people saying
it's
people saying I can paint my friend's face. I told the story. I was living in Brazil when Brazil beat us in the Copa America final in 2007.
yes,
Um,
yes.
and yeah, they're asking me to paint my friends. Did I show you that picture? I can.
You sent
Do
it
we
to
have?
me. Yeah, you sent it to me. Yeah,
Can we show that
on
picture
WhatsApp.
because
Send it to me on Twitter. Yeah, and I could do
this
that.
is redemption for me as well. I mean,
So yeah, so
this is
for those that I guess maybe missed the last chat,
yeah,
Seba was in Brazil for the 2007 Copa America. You were living, working in Brazil,
yeah,
and you were very confident, maybe slightly arrogant. I don't know, but I would not blame you. And then ultimately, we know what happened in that final.
yeah.
And then your coworkers ended up drawing two lines, the green and yellow. And as Guru writes here, he said redemption. So I guess when you have
Yes,
that picture, Seba, just send it over, send it to me,
coming
and
right up, coming right up. I
and I'll
just
put it
found
up.
it.
But
I try to sometimes I try to forget this picture. You'll see why. But on a night
I
like
know.
this, I think it's a good as any to reveal it and to show it
There you go.
because especially because I look younger. There you go.
You had
I
hair. You had more hair than now.
more hair, more hair. Uh, that's the uniform we were wearing. We were working for the Rio 2007 Pan Am Games, part of
Hmm.
the press operation, and I was the only Argentine there. And behind the guy who took the picture were another 25 people, all celebrating. This was the day after Brazil beat Argentina 3-0 in
Mm.
the Copa America in Venezuela, and look at my face. I'm about to cry there, but not of joy,
Of
obviously.
sadness.
Yeah, of sadness. Unfortunately, I love these guys so much. I speak with the guy on the left. I speak on a daily
Mhm.
basis. He's a very good friend of mine. Um, he's far away. He's far away from where I am, but I will keep my paint, my Albiceleste paint handy next
Uh,
time I see him to pay for a little bit of payback. Yeah, I got my revenge,
someone,
redemption for me too. Yeah.
there you go. Someone asked, did you see the guy on the street who promised to run naked down an avenue in Avellaneda if Argentina won, and he did it? Demente. Um,
Uh, luckily, I am from Avellaneda. I was born in Avellaneda, but I'm here with you. So luckily, I'm not that guy.
it's
It
not
would have been,
Seba.
it would have been an ugly sight. Yeah, I'm telling you that
It's
much.
yeah. I mean, we're
Fair play.
we're glad
Yeah.
to have you here, not on the street, Seba. Let's put it
Yeah,
that way.
me too. Me too.
Let's put it
It's
that way.
cold. It's also very cold. So it wouldn't have
I'll
been.
take your word for it. I'll take your word for
Thank
it.
you thank you, Camila, for that message. I wasn't
Yeah,
aware of that. I'm sure it's gonna be all over the media and social media.
probably. And this is it. I mean, over 2 hours. It flew by.
Yeah, it
I'm
deserves.
probably. I I I showered before the match. I sweat so much. I'm probably gonna go jump in the shower, grab something to eat, and either rewatch the match with a lot of alcohol or rewatch the extended highlights with a lot of alcohol, and then probably sleep. And it's 2 a.m. It's 2:30 a.m. here, so who cares? That's probably what I'm
Who
gonna do.
cares? Who cares?
That's probably what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, I have no
Um,
plans. I have no plans. Yeah, so I'm
yeah,
I'm up for whatever.
there you go.
I'm up for
There
whatever.
you go. On that note, say about anything else before
Yeah.
we.
No. Hello to Camila. She's saying she's from
Uh,
Avellaneda as
Put
well.
that
Yeah.
in Avellaneda. There you
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
go. Oops. There you go.
So it's a small world. We have people from Nepal, Bangladesh, India, Sweden, whatever, everywhere, and also Avellaneda. So this is very this is very nice. That's my hometown. Um, no, congratulations to all of you. You all deserve this win as much as anybody. We've been through the really bad time and the worst. So
Yeah.
this is a night for all of us to enjoy, to treasure, and to watch and rewatch and watch and rewatch, and get together again next video we do, because we share the same feeling, and we're going for more. We want to go for more. This is not
Yes.
stopping here.
No, no, this is just the beginning. Argentina's Copa America champions. We're not ending this here. No, no, no. We're gonna have a lot more content, a lot more videos. A couple of questions regarding the tattoo. I will get the tattoo. I don't know when. It's going to be relatively soon. I promise that it's going to be relatively soon. Again, maybe the Copa America trophy with the Team Maria with the something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But we're going to do that. When is the next live going to be? I'm not sure. We'll let you guys know. We never really planned these.
Yeah.
It just happens very spontaneous.
Yeah.
And I still can't believe we won. Argentina Copa America champions, winners. It feels good to say this. Argentina defeated Brazil at the Maracanã in Rio to lift the Copa America trophy. Lionel Messi finally lifted his trophy. And that's it. I'm gonna go cry some more right now. Happy tears.
You deserve it. You deserve it more than most. Yeah, I'm telling you. Very, very happy for you, Roy.
I'm very happy for you, Seba.
You have a brother in me. You have a brother in me, and I know how much
Seba.
you suffer for the national team. And you are from Argentina. Maybe not in your passport, maybe not in your not by birth, but you are another Argentine.
Thank you. See, now you're gonna get me to cry on air, Seba. This is not what we want right now. Thank you, I appreciate it, but not right now, Seba.
Well, this will attract traffic. This will go viral if you cry. Please cry. Do it.
Not yet.
No, but seriously,
thank you.
You've been through thick and thicker. So this is for you, man. This is really for you.
Thank
Very
you,
happy.
Seba. Appreciate it. It's for you as well. It's for everybody in Argentina, everyone going through difficult times. The world in general is going through difficult times. Hopefully this brings you and brought us some joy, because I feel like we deserve it after the constant heartaches and heartbreaks throughout the years. So very fun doing this, Seba and everybody. Question here: are we going to maintain the Mundo Albiceleste? Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
We're continuing as is, normal. Everything's normal, just
Yeah.
maybe a bit happier.
Yeah. If we kept it going when we were losing every final, how will we stop now? I mean, it's no.
Exactly. Now that we're winning,
Yeah.
there's no stopping us. And yeah, guys. So this was it. So thank you everybody for joining. This was an unforgettable night. July 10, 2021. Argentina won, Brazil 0. Angel Di Maria with the goal at the Maracanã. This was it, guys. This is it. So thank you everybody for watching. My name is Roy Nemmer of MundoAlbiceleste.com. I was joined by the living legend himself, the man, the myth, the legend, Sebastian Garcia, along with everybody here in the chat. Thank you for joining. If you're watching us on playback on YouTube, leave us a comment. Let us know what you guys thought about the match. We'll probably be doing some more videos in regards to this match, but still, like if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And campeones, guys, we're champions. Copa America champions. Take
Vamos.
care, everybody.
Go
Vamos.
nuts, man.
Thank you, guys.
Go nuts,
Yes.
amigos.
Thank you.
Enjoy it.
Be safe. Have fun, but
Be safe. Be safe. Yeah.
Yes. Have a good one, guys. Bye, everybody.